Hello, hello. Welcome to Spice It Up with Sandra. I am here with my awesome guest here, Ary Dominguez. Welcome, Ary. How are you?
Hello, thank you for having me, Sandra, so much.
Yeah,
I'm
no
good, I'm
problem.
good, I'm good.
Yeah, what's happening in your world today?
Not much, just getting a lot of school stuff done, getting all placement stuff because I have tomorrow to go to hospital. Yeah,
Okay,
nursing.
cool.
Sorry.
Yes,
Yes.
so Ary is a nursing student at Ontario Tech University.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
changed names
They
just
changed the names,
yeah.
yeah.
Other universities in town will be changing names as well. So this is quite normal. Cool, very cool. And Ary, you are also a social media content creator as well. Tell me a little bit more about, who you are, what's your background, where you came from. You immigrated from Cuba, came to Canada. You are now a Canadian citizen. How exciting is that? And I've known you for like just about nine years or so.
Yes.
Yes, and I've watched you grow up. You are incredible,
Literally.
an
Yeah.
incredible human being. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So tell us a little bit more about you.
Yeah, so I'm a nursing student, like you said, and I just really started doing um, creating content. I love being in front of the camera. Yes, I do. And I
Awesome.
just love, yeah, and I just comedy and stuff like that, and just videos and trying to make people laugh. That's just what I do and what I like to do. And nursing is just my passion as well. I love taking care of people and just dealing with rehabilitation and stuff like that, and I love that. Yeah, like you said, I moved here in 2013. That's very long
Wow.
ago. Yeah, I was in
Yeah,
grade 6 and now I'm just now in third year university. That's like insane to me, but yeah.
that's
And
awesome.
yeah, I've known you literally since elementary school, like grade
Yes,
6. Yeah.
yes, you are great friends with my kids. So that's,
Yes, I am
you're
great
like
friend with
my
you.
third child. So
I am basically there. Yeah. Yeah, and I just got into it, like I said, and just really love making videos.
that's amazing. You are hilarious, I have to say. But
Thank you,
let's
thank you.
let's talk about what was it like growing up in Cuba versus, coming here to the North American life? What were the differences did you find?
Everything, it very the extremes, you know what I mean? The socialism
Right.
and the capitalism, all that stuff. But in the personal aspect of it,
Yes.
everything, Sandra, like everything from like lifestyle,
Yeah.
even from what we wear to how we speak, what we
Mhm.
do, entertainment and stuff like that. Yeah, like I was gonna say, I didn't know I liked making videos because I never knew what a camera was. I never seen a
Yeah.
camera before in
Yes.
my life.
Yes.
So then when I saw it, I'm like, well, I can do that too. You know what I mean? And yeah, it's just a very drastic change for sure, for sure.
Yeah. And you were very fortunate that your parents brought you over
Yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah,
You guys
yeah.
had an amazing start here. And do you feel that there's challenges as far as putting yourself out there on social media just because you have the background that you have, or
Sometimes, because that back home, you're not really allowed to speak your mind. It's very um, private and stuff in that sense. And now here, I can say whatever I want. There's no repercussions for it, and that is really what I'm allowed to say whatever I want to say in any aspect,
the
and
freedom?
especially on the freedom of it, and like even bad words. Sometimes because I'm a victim. I'm sorry, I'm a victim of that, and like I just say
Okay.
bad words all the time. But like I
Yeah.
just remember like and having that freedom on TikTok, of course, like saying that stuff and whatever I want to come up with a skit or whatever and just do it. And that's,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's awesome.
But back when I couldn't do that. Yeah.
Freedom of speech, freedom of
Yes.
speech,
Yes. 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 Yes.
freedom of living. Yeah. And
Mhm.
really following your dreams, right? But
Mhm.
that also comes from within as well.
Yeah.
Do you find like that is that's probably what you've evolved and you've learned and you've been inspired by through growing
Yeah.
up in the last few years here.
Yeah.
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 And
Like
you have
I
amazing
always,
parents, I have to say.
yeah. I love, my parents, incredible. But as a kid, I always knew it was going to be something in the medical field or whatever, health care,
Nice.
but which I'm doing, right? But also seeing this new world that I also like, and I wouldn't say I'm great at it, but I'm okay at it, you
Yes.
know, and I can do both and I can manage it well,
Yes.
rather than just being focused on one thing. And I love it. I honestly enjoy it very much.
Yes. The
Yeah.
world of TikTok really is a platform for people to just have that full on expression of who they are. And they can just be whoever they are. It's just like, let it go, let it be raw, let it be real, whatever, right? It's
And
pretty
that's what people,
authentic.
yeah, people love that. People
Yeah.
love the realness of everything. Yeah.
But do you find that there are, like, what's your perspective on just like social media in general? Do you find that there are limitations, or do you find that people feel intimidated by others being on social media, comparing themselves? Like, from a male perspective, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, I do feel there's some form of comparison at all times, because I do see that some creators who are expressing themselves, you know, putting their figure publicly, and I'm
Okay.
not doing that. So maybe there's that comparison of like the association with seeing those physical attributes displayed while mine are not, you know, and like getting the followers that I'm not getting. But it's
Right.
just not who I am. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not who I am as a person. I'm not an exhibit. I don't really like to show my body. And maybe it's due to, you know, my physical form. But
Yeah.
to some creators, it might not be like that, you know. And yeah, there is that comparison that we do see within the community, for sure, for sure.
Yes, yes. Well,
Yeah.
you and I had this strike of conversation, and that's where this all came about.
Yeah.
We were talking about, you know, you were mentioning fitting in today's society as a plus size male young adult. What does that look like, and how does that, you know, have you feeling? Do you feel like you fit in, or do you not care?
Yeah, kind of, a little bit. No, I do feel like I fit in. Like I said, through my comedy. Oh, I'm very relatable in that sense. I just take a joke out of anything and, you know, laugh about it, because you can't take everything serious, whatever. And for me, it's about like fitting in through myself. Like, how do I, as a person, do I fit in? Not my body, not my physicality and things. How, as a person, do I fit in? Do my morals and ethics align with everything that I'm doing? And like, even interaction, like, you know what I mean? Like, do I feel seen, heard, and wanted? Because it's all what we all do. We all want to do that.
We all
You know
want
what I
that.
mean?
You're right.
We
You're
all
bang on.
crave that.
Yes.
Crave that attention, right? From those three things. And those things, are they being applied to here, this situation or scenario, right?
Right.
And you fit in through that. It's not about changing yourself to fit in with them. It's them fitting in with you. You know what I mean?
I love that.
Yeah. And that's how I go through it. Like, you know, and like I said, if they, you know, laugh at my roles, I've done it before. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not really getting affected by it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I just throw the comedy. I laugh about it too. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
That's such a great way to take that in, because there's so many people, even, you know, not just women, you know, having self-acceptance. There are, from the male perspective, you know, do men really fully accept themselves physically, internally? You know, like, there's so much that we don't talk about, right? Like, I don't really hear men sharing their feelings. Yeah,
for sure. And like, I feel like for women, it's, you know, getting more and more talked about, like the confidence aspect of it. But for men, it's not. I think the man is a very, you know, the ego, right? It's about being seen as that. I think the man is more about seen than being felt.
right.
And I don't know if you know this, Brene Brown. Have you heard of her, about her?
Yes,
love her.
love
And
her.
vulnerability, right?
Yes.
And I don't think, like, when I stumbled upon her work, I was like, I don't think I've ever seen a man be vulnerable. And I want to do that. I want to grow as a person and be vulnerable through whatever that means, putting myself out there, right?
Yes.
And like, men don't want to do that, because if there's that, you know, thought that if you present yourself as being vulnerable and being weak, then you're not a man, or whatever. the masculinity
Yeah.
aspect of it. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a great explanation. Exactly. You're bang on. And do you feel you have acceptance yourself?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I accept myself fully and 100%. Like if you told me right now, take my shirt, whatever, let's do this, then yeah, no problem. But it's accepting myself, like I was saying before, for me, like who I am. Actually, I just came up with this, but like when you see yourself, when you walk around life, you're not your body, you're you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you don't feel your physical form, you just are you. So why would I, see the physical aspect of myself? And it's like we're just bodies, we're just walking around, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it's I do feel like I accept myself. Would I like to change my body to, to be healthy? Absolutely. I mean, that's what we all aspire to, be healthy and individuals. But I'm fully aware of who I am and the choices that have led me to here. You know what I mean? Like the eating of the chips on Friday, Chip Friday.
Chip Friday, and wait, what's the chicken that you love? Popeyes, right?
Popeyes.
Yeah. I mean, we gotta stop there sometimes.
Yes, we do stop. I mean, I'm pretty much loyalty member at this point. But yeah, I do accept myself and who I am, but and I would like to change, for the physical, for the mental aspect of it.
Right. So to be truly authentic, right? To be raw and real. And that's what you showcase on your platform. I like your platform for TikTok is hilarious. You have to check out Ary. Ary's TikToks, like just crack out laughing in the middle of nowhere sometimes. But I'll never forget. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say like, I just put it out there and just see what happens. You know what I mean?
Let the spaghetti stick. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, you never know, right? And I'll never forget when we went shopping a few years back with you and Dante, and we were looking for anything that was double XL, and we couldn't find anything, like literally for male. From a male perspective, like
absolutely nothing.
So what does that portray? What does that mean to you? How did that make you feel?
I mean, it made me feel like not seen. Do I not matter in the fashion industry? Because I gotta wear clothes to go outside.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I can't walk like naked on the street because I need to wear clothes. And it's like,
we don't want to see that.
No, exactly. You know what I mean? And it's like they don't do the fashion designers, do they not see that aspect of it, in the sense that we are also people that need to be dressed. I'm not going to wear sheets.
Yeah.
I'm not Jesus, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I need to be fitted for it. But like, I remember that moment, we were like, what the hell is happening? Why can we not find anything above an XL?
I know. You guys were embarrassed because I went to ask.
Yes.
I was like, I was getting frustrated. Yeah.
That too is like, I'm afraid to ask because like, I don't want to seem like, oh, well, like make the brand look bad. It's like, what about me? How do we?
At the same time, there's a niche that's really missing. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a big issue there for sure.
For sure. And do you feel that young male adults have pressure to be fit today and to really look after their bodies? Or do you feel that do you see it on social media? I know we touched upon that, but do you feel that there's pressure for that?
I do see a lot, even younger guys now going to the gym and working out. And it's like becoming a routine to go to the gym, get fit and look buff. And not that there's anything wrong with that. I mean,
those are great habits.
For sure. I mean, and I do feel like there's a lot of pressure because there's like this stigma that, oh, no one wants to date a fat person, you know what I mean? Or sorry, thick male. And there's that misconception that, you see a plus size male and you think unfit and, well, not unfit, sorry, unhealthy, not taking care of himself.
Right.
And that's just the stigma that we've been having our whole life. I was actually watching this video and this guy was saying that if we gotta talk about, not equality, but most like not making fun of people, we also have to stop making fun of fat people
We do.
because it's still a very easy target. You know what I mean? And
It is.
we don't talk about it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
although the man doesn't say that, oh, we laugh it off, whatever, ha, 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 the ego gets crushed. And then having later performing with females or males or whatever, in that sense, because the ego does get crushed for sure.
Yes. Yes. Well,
Yes.
there's a big shift I'm seeing though on social media platforms, especially like TikTok. There are,
Mhm.
especially women, they are showcasing their bodies more, and
Yes.
whether they're big or not, like some, I love the fact that people are rooting for them. Like, yes, you're actually proud to be
Yes.
sharing and showcasing, but then there's also, the criticism, of course.
Yes. The
Right.
criticism.
Yeah.
And I was saying, I do see a lot more females showing their bodies, but I'm not seeing that male. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? There may just one or two, that
Yeah.
have on
It's
their
true.
bodies, but there's not like that freedom to say, you know what, here. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And me and your son as well, like we're not afraid to just show it,
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
who we are. It's who we are at the moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not gonna say that I'm gonna be forever.
Yeah.
But for now,
Yeah.
this is me.
Yeah. I love it. I love how you guys both accept yourselves. You're proud of who you are, but at the same time, you're doing the inner work. And I think that's what's key, is when you really have that mindset to grow as a
Yep.
person and show up authentically on social
Mhm.
media platforms, you're setting the example for the younger generation to come, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. And it's like you said, authenticity is just what's gonna get you to whatever, to any success or anything that you want to achieve in life. Is just being yourself at all times. And like you said, showing up as well, showing up and just being you. That's really
Yeah.
like it.
So if you were to give some advice to a younger generation, someone who's younger than yourself and plus size and maybe struggling, what kind of advice would you give?
I mean, well, like we were saying that, confidence, honestly, is authenticity.
Mhm.
And I think that's just this stigma as well, that confidence just one day happens. It doesn't. It
No.
takes a lot of work. It
Oh,
takes a lot of work to see yourself as who you truly are. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like I was saying, you fail at times to see your true self, not your
Mhm.
body. And I think young kids just see their body and
That's it.
not
They don't
themselves.
see everything else. Yeah.
And that confidence is hard to reach when all you see is your body. So you have to access that mental aspect of it in yourself and your soul, and like what you teach, soul, mind, body, and spirit.
That's right.
And being confident on authenticity, showing up and being yourself, and that's how you're going to get anything, girls, whatever. Just
Exactly.
you.
Don't be anything more than you.
Yes,
Right?
yes. And
Yeah, that gets really
letting,
mixed up.
yeah, for sure. And just letting your emotions be, like whatever you feel, let it out. Just let yourself be. That's my let yourself be at all times. Yeah.
Oh my God, I love that. What a great message. That's so
Yes.
awesome. So what's up? What does it look like next? What's coming up for On TikTok? Tell us what's happening.
Well, I'm working on a kind of mini series that I would like
Yeah.
to, it's called Table for Four.
Ooh.
It's like a funny, just me doing 4 different characters and just trying to, make situations that are happening, like
Real life.
yeah, things that are happening, anything. Oh my God, today's elections, I just remember that. Yeah, just funny things and see what happens.
I
Yeah.
love it. I love it. That's so fun.
Yeah.
And you make it so relatable too. That's why I crack up laughing.
Yeah, relatability, yeah, for sure.
Realistic. Yes. Well,
Yes.
thank you so much for joining me this
Thank
evening.
you.
This has been so great. I
Yeah.
hope that there will be male perspective listeners out there who will take, the chance and tune in on this. And if you know somebody who could, really use to hear this, please pass it along, because I think this is how things, the messages get across when we share with people who can really use just, a little bit of a
Yeah.
empowerment, inspiration. Ary is such a great example. And thank you so much for being here. I'll have you drop your TikTok handle in the comments below so that people can give you a
Right.
follow and check you
Thank
out. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Sandra.
Thank you for being here. We'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for joining Spice It Up with Sandra.